Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jessica Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you are here for this weekly reading. For those of you who are returning, hello, hello, hello again. Thank you for rejoining me for another weekly reading. For those who haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and click on that word that says subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when new videos pop up. And sometimes I do random things because that's how I like to do things, to be a little bit unpredictable. For those of you who are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I am truly grateful to all of you for supporting this channel. One quick thing, if you would like a personal reading or you would like to purchase a personal tarot reading package where you will save money on readings and get a bonus reading when you purchase a package, go ahead and check out the description box. There are direct links to personal readings and a direct link to the personal tarot reading packages, okay? With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I forgot to knock the cards. And I hope you're having a fantastic week. If not, this too shall pass. Just make sure to raise your vibration. It's all up to you. What was I going to say? Oh, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on, and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because this is all about becoming your higher self and growing spiritually so you can live that life that God has for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what is coming to you with regards to love, what the full moon in Aquarius is bringing you. It'll either happen on Saturday, August 19th, or Saturday, August 21st, or Sunday, August 22nd. Also, you'll be able to ask a question where you'll receive an accurate answer from your angels. All right, here we go. Gemini, what is the overall theme for you for this week? Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is the overall theme for Gemini for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you. All right, Gemini, we have the magic of the Koalan Druid. It says caution, secrecy, wary. Okay, Gemini, I'm getting a few things here. First off is with this card, this talks about some of you may be having issues with revealing who you really are, like showing the world who you really are. Okay, her back is turned. Every time I look at this card, you guys, I always focus on this tattoo. Okay, some of you may be wanting to get a tattoo. And for some of you, based on your religion or your upbringing, it's looked at as like, no, you shouldn't be doing that to your body and all this stuff. Trust me, I know what that's like because I was born Catholic, raised Catholic. No offense to Catholics out there. I don't really consider myself Catholic. I'm more spiritual. There's nothing wrong with religion. Don't get me wrong. I'm not chastising people who are a particular religion, right? Because we all start off with some religion, usually. Some of us do, okay? But I know for me, this wasn't a good thing. And I will tell you a quick story. My aunt, okay, she's one of the quote unquote, she's considered a rebel in our family. But now that I've become more spiritual, I really understand more about my family members and people in general. You know, she's just being herself and she's being different. And because she's being herself and she's being true to who she is, the rest of the family looks at her as like some sort of outcast. That's kind of like sort of what's happening to me in a sense, is what's happened to me because of the direction that I've taken with my actual path. It's very different from the norm. And I know a lot of you are kind of starting to head in that direction. But, you know, if people start telling you, you shouldn't be getting tattoos, or you shouldn't color your hair this color, or whatever it is, have it this length, or have it to whatever this is for you, Gemini. The bottom line is here, don't listen to other people. If you feel you want to change your appearance for you, go ahead and do it. If you want to dress a certain way, to talk a certain way, to wear certain jewelry, or wear your hair in a particular way, right? Get the tattoos, get the piercings, whatever this is. Don't hide yourself. Don't have your back turned or trying to do things and not telling people about it. Like there's this sense of secrecy here where you're afraid to kind of reveal your true self. Why are you doing that? And probably you're doing that, Gemini, because of fear of what other people are going to say about you, what other people are going to think, especially if like you're getting into these relationships, or, you know, people who are very different from you, or people that society tends to look at as, I don't know, an outcast or a rebel, just like you are really supposed to be here. I mean, if you are following your heart, Gemini, and you know it's true to you, you need to follow that. Okay. I know in previous relationships, I won't lie, I wore certain things because like the guys I was dating, they made comments, or you should wear this or you shouldn't wear that. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. But I liked the dress that I was wearing, or I liked whatever it was that I was wearing. And because some dude made a fucking comment, I changed. For what? To wear something that I really wasn't like not comfortable with, right? Or the way my hair was. I know my aunt, the one I was talking about, her ex-husband told her to dye her hair black because he liked women with black hair. So what did she do? She jumped on that, and she started to become someone she's not. She wasn't. She sacrificed her integrity for somebody else. That is not what we should be doing. Okay? If you're allowing yourself to change because somebody else told you to, don't do that. But if you want to change something and do what your heart really wants, what makes you feel like the true Gemini that you are, don't hide that. And don't keep that from people either, because you're not being authentic with yourself. Just like the air energy, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, Page of Swords, it's like being truthful to who you are and not giving a shit about what anybody thinks. Right? Following your path of truth. And you're a Gemini, you are air. And it's funny because I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, and I'll show you in a minute because it is the air card. But you need to be true to who you are, and be careful with the caution here. Be wary of trying to be someone you're not, and trying to hide your light, trying to hide who you truly are. There's also a sense of, I'm also picking up now that there might be secrets surrounding you. Maybe somebody else is also not being true to you. They're wearing a mask. They're saying things to you when they're trying to intimidate you, or they're hurting inside, and it's like kind of a reflection of you maybe too. Be careful, I'm being told, with what you hear from the outside world. This is also talking about, you know, the outside world telling you to dress like this, to be like this, to get this job, to do this, do that, right? Be very careful, okay? Because it's like there's this sense of secrecy. I'm also seeing the High Priestess. There's secrets surrounding you, not only with the people that you're dealing with. Again, use caution, but with the world in general. Be careful where you're getting your information from. I'm getting, again, air energy, Page of Swords this time with social media. I'm getting messages where my guides are saying, be careful with who you are listening to. There's also caution with what readers you are watching, okay? If they're telling you to do something that just doesn't resonate with your heart, or telling you to go for a completely crazy path, I was just told, be careful with that as well, okay? But this is really about your authenticity and being careful with what you are changing about yourself. If you want to change it for you, Gemini, not for anyone else. If somebody suddenly chooses to do this, or goes in this direction, or they're deciding to do something that you were never in agreement with, or it was never of value to you, or wasn't your truth, do not follow that, especially if you're dealing in a relationship, and because you want to keep somebody in your corner, you want somebody to like you, you want somebody to be there. Don't change who you are. Be you. And if somebody makes comments, oh, why did you dye your hair? Why did you get tattoos? Who gives a shit? There's nothing wrong with getting tattoos. There's nothing wrong with dyeing your hair. Okay? How you dress, how you are as an individual, you need to stay true to you, Gemini. And I know sometimes it's kind of difficult. We tend to overthink, because I'm Gemini sun myself, if you didn't already know, right? Trying to make that decision. I'm seeing the Two of Swords now with that blindfold. It's like, which way do I go? Who do I want to be? Or Two of Pentacles even, being wish-washy. This is about being very careful with the decisions that you make with regards to your appearance and not listening to the outside world, okay? In the bottom of the deck, like I said, it's air. It says breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. So usually when I see this card, and I talked about air energy, right? It's very swift. It's of the mind. It's stimulation, quickness. This is also like either somebody's trying to suck the life out of you. I always pick this up when I look at this card. All right. Don't let somebody take your life away, right? Exchange of life-bringing energies. Don't try to pull in the energies from somebody else that causes you to change who you are. This is also with air, right? Communication I was talking about. Be careful with what you are reading, what you are seeing, what you are viewing, especially from the outside world, from people. It's like the 3D world is trying to suck the life out of you. The 3D world is trying to take your integrity, your sovereignty here. This is also, I'm getting from this like an exchange, like what you put into the universe is what you get back. Okay? If you want your life to be one of vitality, of life force, you kind of have to live it. You have to be it. You have to show the universe, this is what I want. I want the sun. I want a new beginning. I want more abundance. I want happiness and more fun and truth in my life. But you have to live that. And you have to be it. Just like, don't be hiding who you are and be like, well, you know, I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid to look this way or think this way or whatever this is. The universe is going to pick up on that and be like, okay, well, why are you dimming your light? Why are you hiding who you truly are? You need to show your light. We're again with the sun, right? The light of truth. Follow the divine light of God and don't be afraid of who you are. Put that life that you want back into the universe. Breathe deeply. It's like inhale the past, exhale. What is it? No. Exhale the past, inhale the future. That's what I wanted to say. Some of you need to start focusing on doing that. I'm also getting for some of you need to start doing pranayama exercises with your breathing, which are breathing exercises. I would highly recommend that you do more research on that. That's going to help you with relieving stress and for allowing you to have a clearer mind. That's for somebody here. This is also about you really understanding. Again, you want to breathe out lower vibrational energies and breathe in the life-bringing energies, right? There's also a sense of, because there are two people here, if you are in like a light counterpart connection or a twin flame, which I don't like using, this is breathing vitality to that individual, but not from a physical sense. It's from a spiritual sense, okay? Breathing life into somebody else. It's like you're the one who's doing CPR and giving life back to that individual. That's for some of you here, especially if you're in this spiritually, divinely guided connection. A lot of you who are watching this are here to actually breathe life into somebody else. But in order for you to do that, to kind of revive them, I'm also seeing the death card here in judgment. When you do that, in order to do that, you have to breathe in the life that you want for yourself. enter into the life that you want. Take in the air that brings you that vitality, the clean air. Some of you actually need to go outside more literally and get some fresh air. Some of you are too stagnant. You've been in the house for too long. Some of you need to go out in nature more and just breathe. Breathe in the world around you and not focusing on what's going on with the world, because we all know the world keeps getting crazier, especially what happened in that one country. I don't want to talk about it because it throws the focus off of this reading, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You need to go out there and actually literally breathe in fresh air. Take in the life that God has all around you and just feel that freedom that that air gives, right? We can't see it, but we know it's there. And that's also like breathing in, you know, what do I want to say? God's love. The more we do of that, the more we'll be able to resuscitate others from a spiritual standpoint, right? That's why a lot of us are called to, we're all here to evolve and to grow. We're all here to raise the vibration of the planet. I don't care who you are. Every one of us is supposed to do that. That's what we're here to do. But we also have to breathe in, again, those life force energies that increase our vitality. It increases our stamina, our strength, all of that stuff, so that we can breathe in life to others. Because right now, a lot of people are asphyxiating, right? In a sense, they're having a hard time breathing. A lot of people literally, because of anxiety and stress, panic attacks for some people, right? And we should be energetically helping those individuals, but it starts with us, and then it's like a ripple effect. And we're able to bring life back to others, because a lot of people are like, I will say it, it's like they're turning into zombies. All right, we're going to see what you need to focus on for this week. This is an interesting reading already. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Gemini need to focus on for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. That one wants to come out. There we go. We have 4 Pentacles. This is finding more security and stability in your environment, in your home. Finding alchemical balance, meaning, you know, with all the 4 elements, air, water, fire, earth, finding balance with all of those elements and the different qualities that they bring. Okay, this is also for some of you focusing more on building your wealth, understanding what is of true value to you, not what you think is of value to you, not what you think is of value to you with regards to what the world says it is, right? Which is why I was talking about be careful of listening to the outside world, okay? What is it that Gemini holds of value? And again, they're telling me again, be cautious. Be wary of what you are being told from the outside world. Be careful what you're being told by a significant other, some counterpart or something along those lines. Some of you really need to just, like, she's sitting on this. You know what's interesting with this card? I just realized this. There's a waterfall behind her, right? Emotions. I'm seeing the Ace of Cups with this. She's brushing her hair, but she's like enjoying sitting on this. It's like this tall rock. But I'm thinking to myself, how did she get up there? Right? She's a mermaid. She doesn't have legs, but she's up there. Maybe the water receded so much and she was able to get up, she swam up, and then the water receded and she just decided to sit there. Okay, there's something about water and emotions, the divine love of God here. Maybe finding value in the divine love of God, of unconditional love, having that pour over you, even though she's not really being, she's not in the waterfall itself. That's what I'm getting from this. This is interesting because I never got this from the Four of Pentacles before with this card. All right, I read intuitively and I always get different messages every time I do readings. Some of you actually may have very long, dark hair. Some of you may, there's something with the hair here for somebody. Somebody wants you to cut your hair, but you love your hair. If you love your hair, you have hair this, my hair cannot grow this long, by the way. I've tried, trust me. I have naturally curly hair and it just doesn't. It stops. It stops in my chest area. So if you have really long hair and you love it, there's something about somebody telling you to cut your hair or something, don't change for somebody else, okay? Love who you are. Be more in tune with your appearance. She's wearing this necklace with 4 coins on it. And that's all she has. There's nothing extravagant here. She just loves being in where she's at. And she's out in the air, okay? She's out in the open. She's in nature. I was talking about that. Some of you need to find more value on being outside instead of trying to focus on pentacles, the material world, right? The physical. Be more outside in nature and just experience like the wonderment being out in the open. My guides are now saying that you're going to get a lot of downloads and insights when you do more of this. But yeah, you have to start finding your own sanctuary, especially if you feel like you have no privacy in the room. If, you know, I'm hearing somebody's trying to spy on you. Somebody keeps showing up at your house. Somebody's not giving you any space. This is all about finding your own sanctuary to do your work, to do your, what you love. You're following your dharma, studying something. But this is really about finding your sanctuary as well. Setting up some place in your home, like building an altar, like what you see here, doing something that really lifts you up, that you are passionate about, and finding that place of solace, right? So there's some sense here with the Four of Pentacles, finding what you truly value, and it's also finding that sanctuary. It's more like valuing having your personal space. That is interesting. Okay. The bottom of the deck, I haven't even gotten to that yet, is the Knight of Swords. Yeah, be on guard. This is like, you know, I'm not allowing anybody to dictate what I do. This is the fastest Knight in the deck. This is air energy again. All right. He has the Sword of Truth, or she has the Sword of Truth in her hands, in her hand. She knows how to use the Sword of Excalibur. Okay. She is laser focused. The Knight of Swords is laser focused. And now see, now this knight is in the water, being carried by the divine love of God, of unconditional love, and not being afraid to wield this sword, because this knight knows this is my truth and you can't take that away from me. And keeping that laser focus on that truth of yours. This is also high ambition. This is the most aggressive, in a good sense, and willful knight in the deck. This is the go-getter card. This is you going after what you want, come hell or high water. High water, right there. All right? Having that ambition. Going after what it is that you want, and not allowing anyone to get in your way. This is the card that also talks about no one's going to get in my way. I don't give a shit. Come at me, world. Come at me, so-and-so. You can't do anything to me because I have the Ace of Swords in my hands, the Sword of Excalibur. This is my truth and my truth alone. And I just noticed with this card, the middle of the card has like a There's light shining off of that. The light of truth, like I was talking about. You guys got to stick to who you are. Nothing's going to get in your path. You're going to blaze through. Okay? Going after your mission. You are highly focused on your mission. And that's why some of you probably need to create your own sanctuary, because there's too much going on, and I'm getting a sense of you're not being given any space. You need to go find that on your own. If you need to move houses to get away from people or live with somebody else, that's for somebody here. And you've been getting a call to do that. A good spirit is saying to go do that, because that's going to help you be more laser focused on the mission that you're being called to do. Okay, this is a very interesting reading. What is it that Gemini needs to avoid for this week, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. What does Gemini need to avoid for this week? Oh, they want that to come out. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, they told me not to wait. If you need to get out of where you are or move, again, I'm hearing moving now. Find your sanctuary. Some of you are just waiting around. They don't want you to wait. Okay? Some of you are expecting something. Some of you, it's like you're waiting to do something. You're waiting to take action, and the Knight of Swords takes action, and the Knight of Swords takes action right away. That's another message for you guys with the Knight of Swords. There's something you need to do. It's like you need to get on that shit now. That's what I was just told. Some of you are waiting for some divine timing of something. You're waiting for some, there's like an incubation period here that you think you need to go through, Gemini. But God is telling you, no, Gemini, you need to do something now and fast. Stop waiting on it. Stop thinking about it. I'm seeing Two of Swords again with overthinking. Some of you are not tending to your garden. That's what the sanctuary, you know, this ties in with the sanctuary stuff I was talking about. Some of you are, it's like maybe you're doing too much reevaluation of your life, of your money maybe, because this is Pentacles. Of thinking that this is going to take too long. Oh, I'm not going to go work on my mission. I'm not going to start really understanding what is of value to me, to find security and stability in my home, in my own life. That's going to take a lot of work. This is a lot of work, Gemini. I'm not sure. I'm having second thoughts about this, because this is going to take some time. Some of you may be trying to rush getting your harvest. If this is about your spiritual growth, Gemini, it takes time, and everything happens in divine timing. Some of you really need to start investing in yourself. Some of you may be spending money on other things that are not of value to you. That's why you need to find what is truly of value to you. And it also has to do about like part of your personal appearance, or just about you specifically, especially the inner you. Okay? God is like, I'm hearing the words, invest in yourself. Invest in your spiritual growth and your self-transformation. Now seeing the Death card. It's interesting. Here is the Empress. Here is the Divine Feminine. Yep. This is a highly powerful card. This is the third major arcana, or the fourth, I should say. But it's number 3. Creating for yourself. Some of you are afraid to embark on something, doing something that you love, working hard at something. This is birthing something new into life. This is also about becoming the Divine Feminine Christ here. That it's taking too long, or I don't know, I'm kind of trying to rush this. I want this to happen fast, but this is Spirit telling you you need to get on working on your mission, but understand that it's going to take some time to get you to be in this Empress energy. Some of you need to start focusing on your self-worth, right? Tending to your garden, investing in yourself. That's why I was talking about investing in yourself. She takes time out for herself. She invests in herself. The Empress is ruled by Venus, and Venus also talks about money and self-care and self-love, okay? She invests greatly in herself. She understands the law of attraction, the law of give and take. She makes sure that she tends to her garden. She takes very good care of herself and her appearance too, and her health. Okay, she's very vibrant. She has high vitality. She is fertile. Okay, she births things into life, but she knows that it takes some time to get to where she is as the Empress. She knows that everything happens in divine timing. It takes a while to build to get to this Empress energy, especially if you're in your light counterpart. You want to become your higher self. It takes some time, you guys. I've been in my actual counterpart journey for 6 years, if you didn't already know. It took some time for me to get here. And I had to put in a lot of fucking work, let me tell you. And I invested more in my time and my money in myself. In myself. Not on other bullshit, not on other people. I mean, yeah, I have a son here, but that's different. Yeah, some of you are moms. If you're a mother, this is really time to focus on investing in yourself, your self-care. Taking the time out to build that empire for yourself. But you have to understand, yeah, it's like it will take some hard work. It does take some time. But that builds, again, that vitality, that life force, that strength, where you become unshakable. And no one can dethrone you. No one can take that Empress throne away from you. But if there's something here about, it's like, this is taking some time. I'm not sure if I want to put in the hard work because this is going to take some time. Time is an illusion, guys. But the longer you spend in solitude, the longer you spend time taking care of yourself and you're focusing on yourself to become this. Okay. The more that this Empress energy will be programmed into you. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Even though it's the Empress, this is feminine energy, does not matter if you're male or female. This is where God wants you to get to. And some of you are like trying to rush it. But what you need to do is start finding your sanctuary to start focusing on your mission. Get on that shit now, like they said again. Because some of you are like, this is a lot of hard work. You're being told that this is going to take some time. You keep hearing divine timing. It's like, oh my God, this divine timing stuff. Look, if you are focused on the duration of this, the hard work, you can expect to get the abundance with Empress card that you are seeking, that God has for you. You have to put in the work to receive God's blessings. And you can't rush it either. Okay? You do have to get on that shit now, but that's starting your mission. Don't wait around, especially if God is telling you, hey, Gemini, go find your sanctuary. Go find your peace somewhere else if you can't find it in your own home or something. Tell people to stop getting in your face. Okay? But do it with respect. All right? That's for somebody here. All right, we're going to clarify the Four of Pentacles. This is a very interesting reading, but it's a very, very good one. I like this one, Gemini. And I know a lot of people, they don't like to hear about doing the hard work and stuff. Look, I'm telling you, the blessings are not going to come in. God doesn't just give people blessings if they're not doing shit. That's not how he works. You can pray all day, you can hope all day, but if you're just sitting on the couch eating bonbons and whatever the hell and watching Netflix all the time, expecting for your miracles to come in, it ain't gonna happen. And it's funny because I don't talk like that. Why is the Four of Pentacles here, Spirit Guides and Angels? Oh my God, my angels are like, Gemini, get on that shit. Yes, they do curse. Right? Yes, they do. Again, it's a false belief if you think they don't. Go ask your angels. Go talk to them. And they'll tell you, okay? Especially Archangel Michael, man. Archangel Michael is the badass. Oh, looks like that's a reversal there. Yep. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? All right. This is like, yeah. This is something about, it's like you're focusing on the wrong things that you find of value. Some of you guys, like, you want this new beginning and you want it to happen fast, but God's like, hold up, Gemini, you need to do the work first. You need to do the work first. And they're like, Gemini, you got to get on your shit. Again. It's like, okay, when is this going to happen? But it ain't happening if you remain stagnant, right? This is the Ace of Pentacles, but in the upright, this is stability, security, being grounded. Some of you need to ground yourself more, right? To find that alchemical balance. That's why I said, go out in nature. Look at her face. She does this a lot. She goes out into nature and she brushes her hair. She contemplates and she gets this divine guidance as she's doing that. Okay? Some of you may literally need to do that. I'm not saying you have to go out there and brush your hair to get divine guidance, but you see what I'm saying, right? It's about going out in nature. You're delaying something. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is about delaying. You have to make revisions in your routines, right? Like reevaluating something. Some of you are not really taking a good look, or you're doing too much evaluating and taking too much time trying to do something. Okay? This is also a word of caution. We do have caution right there. Be careful of what you truly value about life. If you're valuing the money itself, you want money, 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 you're focusing on the wrong thing. It's not about the money. All right? For some of you, you're focusing too much on getting rich, on having all this wealth and prosperity. But you know what? If you are not grounded, if you are not balanced in your life, if you are not harmonious in your environment, it's gonna go south. You get the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay? Like I said, you guys gotta be very careful with what you are valuing in your life, especially if you were valuing money too much. This is about spiritual growth. When you're in full alignment with this abundance in the upright, you draw it to you. Money comes to you out of nowhere. You get golden opportunities out of nowhere. But look, guys, it's in the reverse. You saw how that card flipped out. You need to start really changing what is of true value to you. Maybe some of you are valuing too much in your appearance. What you look like, what others are telling you to look like. Nope. You focus on you. But don't try to hide yourself and don't try to be someone that you're not. Don't think that you have to wear all these things or wear your hair a certain way to be of value to someone else. To think that you are good enough or that you are valuable. Something along those lines. And here's the bottom of the deck. We have the Fool card. This is the hero's journey. This is about you embarking on that new adventure on your own. Taking that leap of faith and not being reckless with your belongings, right? Not being reckless with your money for some of you. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, discard the rest. I forgot to say that at the beginning. This is Aquarius energy. This is ruled by Uranus. It's like I'm hearing from my angels now with this full moon in Aquarius coming up, and Uranus is about to go retrograde. Uranus is going to shake some things up for you to get you on your path. It's going to take away the stuff that you once knew, that you once valued, and it's going to show you in your face what is of true value to you. That's what I just heard. Some of you need to go embark on that journey alone. Be fearless. Okay? Some of you are thinking that opportunities aren't here with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. But what opportunity is it that is really of value to you that you want to take this new journey on? If you're going a certain route that you think is going to bring you a lot of money, a lot of wealth or something, but you're not growing spiritually, what is that really going to do for your soul? Wow. Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Major Arcana. Strength card. I was talking about strength, was I not? It's like this is too hard for you to do, Gemini. You gotta muster up that strength. You gotta tame the beast. And again, for some of you, the beast is talking about money. Again, that's for some, not for all. Take it how it resonates. And please don't have your ego keep you from heeding the guidance that you're being given. Especially if you know deep in your heart that you need to change something. You need to make revisions in your life. You need to use caution moving forward. You have to face the truth. The Knight of Swords has that truth sword, right? Like I said, the Ace of Swords. God is showing you the way, your path of truth. Some of you are having your ego get in the way, and ego ties to the devil. The devil ties to what? The material world. And what's interesting is the Four of Pentacles also talks about material attachments. Focusing too much on the dollar, on the yen, on the peso. Right? Be careful with that. Ego, devil, 3D, materialism, 3D world, materialism, material attachments. That makes sense with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, you got to muster up that strength. Do the hard work, the inner work, achieving self-mastery. Taming that beast of yours, especially if there's something about money here that you seem to continue to seek after. Again, that's for some, not for all. Some of you are lacking confidence. There's self-doubt, low self-esteem. All right. But yeah, this is mainly about you need to have that strength to do the work so that your harvest comes in. That's why I was talking about you have to understand the law of attraction and have that money, that abundance come to you when you are fulfilling your dharma, when you're following your passions. This is Leo energy. Being bold and brave and going out there and shining your light. I was talking about you were dimming it. Being your true self, being true to who you are. It takes a lot of work to try to get that strength and understanding, yourself, who you really are, building that self-confidence to do whatever it is that you're being called to do. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Oh, Queen of Swords in the avoid position isn't really great, Gemini. Some of you are being too logical, making calculated moves, getting information outside of yourself and not getting that divine wisdom, not listening to divine wisdom by God and making a plan and taking action on the divine wisdom you're being given, whether it's from God himself or a spiritual advisor or somebody else, for your spiritual growth. I did say the Queen of Swords, did I not? I did. She doesn't listen to anybody else. She cuts people out of her life that are not of her highest good. She listens to the divine wisdom of God, anybody who's spiritual, anybody who gives her advice to help her ascend, to help her to grow, to become wiser, more brilliant. She doesn't deal with bullshit. Some of you are being a little bit too cold-hearted about something or someone. Don't mind my son. He's playing games. I already warned him. Okay. Air energy. More air. She has the sword of truth in her hands too. You got to start following your path of truth. And you have to understand that going through the hard knocks of life is for a reason. You gain wisdom from the challenges that you undergo in your life. Some of you are something about avoiding or questioning why you're going through hardships or why you're going through what you're going through. It's to teach you lessons. It's to help you to grow stronger, mentally strong, more courageous, more confident, more wise. Going out there and saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to go follow my path. I'm going to go do this alone. Because she's a divorced individual. While you're divorced or not, doesn't matter because she's single. She gets to be the queen. Because everything that she's gone through in life has taught her a lesson. She gained a lot of wisdom from it and she rose above everybody else. When everyone else wasn't learning from their lessons, and look what she became. She became queen. Okay? Not a page, not a knight, not any of the major arcana, minor arcana cards. She's the queen. She gained a lot of wisdom for all the shit that she went through. And that's what a lot of you need to understand. All right. Spirit guidance. Now that I've done all my lecturing. All right. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. Oh my gosh, what's going on with these cards? What guidance do we have for Gemini for this week? Please and thank you. I also heard with the Queen of Swords, some of you are too detached from reality. That's what they just said. Too detached from the truth, your truth. All right. And we have two cards. Gemini, pay attention. Notice repetitious signs in your inner guidance as this can yield valuable information. Pay attention to the signs. Yeah, be cautious. What was I saying? Be careful. The signs and synchronicities you're getting, your inner guidance. And be careful with what you're getting from the outside world. You're being given valuable information, Gemini, and some of you are avoiding it. Some of you are being told to do something, to not do something. Some of you might be avoiding it. But especially this week, Gemini, You're going to get additional signs and synchronicities and guidance this week, especially with the full moon in Aquarius. I was just told. I said Uranus is going to shake things up. It's going to shake things up for everybody pretty much. You're getting valuable information, or you're going to get valuable information. Pay attention to what you're being told and follow it. I'm hearing again, some of you keep being told to do something and you're not doing it. Break free. Try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. What was I talking about earlier? Growing and learning, the Queen of Swords, everything else I was talking about in the reading. Break free from those patterns. Break free from what the outside world is telling you, Gemini. Follow your own path of truth. God is telling you where to go, what to do. Your heart is telling you all of this. You're being given that guidance. These readings are giving you guidance. I just heard somebody's been telling you to do something and to do something and to do something, and you haven't been doing it. And for some of you, it's about investing in yourself and your spiritual growth. And this is not a knock on you, Gemini. I'm just picking up the energies, okay? I have to relay the information that my guides are telling me to relay to you. But there's something about, not having that strength to do the hard work. Guys, it's hard, but I'm telling you, when you come out of this, I'm an example. If you're still thinking that I'm full of shit, well, that's on you. I know what I know. I wouldn't be doing this work if I wouldn't have gone through what I did. But some of you, I said, making revisions, doing something different, try different ventures and experiences. It's going to help you grow and learn. And I did say some of you need to move out of a house or move somewhere and do something. Do something different. Look, the bottom of the deck is Father healing. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. Ooh, some of you, yeah. There's some ancestral pattern here with regards to your father's line or your father itself that you need to heal. Some of you need to break free from something that has to do with your dad or a father figure in your life. Maybe if you have kids with somebody, it's the father of your children that you need to have closure with, that you need to heal. Break free from any issues you may have with like a baby daddy or an ex-husband where you have kids with, whom you have kids with. That's for some of you. Okay. Others of you, you may not know this. Okay. It's in your subconscious. If you know deep down inside, there's either your father wasn't there, or your father walked out on you, abandoned you, or you married somebody and you had kids with them and something went wrong with the marriage, and you know that you need to forgive this person, you need to heal that. You probably don't know it, Gemini, but this is part of what's causing some stagnancy here, or causing, what maybe you're looking out to somebody else. You're trying to change for a partner. Okay. You're trying to change for what like the patriarchal society is telling you to be, especially if you are female. Even if you are a male. Right? Regardless, there's some father healing that needs to be done here. Some ancestral patterns with the father line of the lineage of your father. I'm hearing from my angels a lot of ancestral pattern healing needs to be done here. I do have a service that deals with this. Go to capellawellness.com to check it out if you're interested. Because ancestral pattern healing is a huge factor in your ascension and getting to union with self, becoming your higher self. It is. If you're watching this, I believe you are the golden link from your family to stop all the patterns. especially when it comes to valuing who you are and valuing what is truly important in life. I had to do it. Now my son's not going to have to suffer from that. His kids won't suffer from it. If I have any children, any more children this lifetime, my children won't have to deal with those ancestral patterns. You see how huge that is the role that you have this lifetime? Your family members, your descendants won't have to go through what all of your other family members had to go through. All right, the full moon in Aquarius, what is bringing you? It's time to release negativity. Yep, the full moon in Scorpio. Clear that out, Gemini. Especially any negativity towards your father or some sort of father figure is what I was just hearing. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Look, another Scorpio card here. Scorpio is about, it's the death card. Transformation, making profound changes in your life. Facing your fears, leaving the old life behind and starting a new one. Emotions are running high. There's something that's going to happen that I said Uranus is going to shake some things up and emotions are going to be running high here. Be careful with this supermoon energy. Big changes, drastic changes. I'm hearing be cautious, watch out. This full moon in Aquarius is going to shake some things up. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. I think you've gotten this before, Gemini. Oh, again, I just heard what I just said about somebody finding your sanctuary. If you need to move, be bold and move from your house. If you can't afford your own place, go move with somebody else. This is not a test. That's what I just heard, Gemini. That's for somebody here. Be bold and make the first move. Do something you've never done before. Go tell somebody something you've never said before. Make the first move and making that investment towards, your self-transformation and doing the work. I'm hearing again. Get on that shit, Gemini. And we start back at this one. I thought there were 4. My bad. No, there are. Yeah, there are 4. I already went through all 4. Oh, look, Gemini. What was I saying? Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. It's exactly what I said at the beginning of the reading. Shine your light. Stop dimming it. Stop procrastinating on your mission. Your mission is to shine your light to the world in whatever it is that God is telling you how to do that. You need to get on that and not worry about how long it's going to take. It's a process. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And look, the full moon in Aquarius right here. Look at that. Look at that. I love when that happens. All right, Gemini, let's see what... And look, now the light is shining on your reading. That's not a coincidence either, is it? All right, Gemini, what is coming to you with regards to love? Please and thank you. Spirit guides and angels, thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. We have love. Is this the self-love card? Yep. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. I talked about unconditional love with all that water energy I was talking about. Washing yourself, going in that waterfall of unconditional love, which is God's divine love. Self-love. What's coming to you with love, Gemini, is self-love, that you need to start focusing on loving yourself. Doing your work. Finding your passions. The law of attraction, even though it doesn't say law of attraction, but it says attraction there. Becoming who you were meant to be. and start putting that stuff into the universe and being in alignment with what you truly want and getting that back. You want to attract the love. You do not want to chase it. Some of you are like, again, with the timing here, with it's going to take a lot of work. I don't know if I have the strength to do this. I don't know if the courage or the confidence to do this. I don't know. It takes work. Okay? Attract the love. Don't chase it. You have to work on yourself. Start loving yourself more and understanding what unconditional love is in order to attract the true love of a lifetime. The bottom of the deck is none other than girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Gotta have more fun. Enjoy the single life, Gemini. It's not horrible to be alone. I have not been with anybody in over 2 years. And it's some of the greatest stuff I could have ever done because I was afraid to be alone and I was so codependent. And I thought I needed somebody to be there for me, to hold my hand. Nope, God is the one holding my hand. You know how strong I've become? If God forbid I was the last person on this planet, I would be able to survive. And yes, that sounds like a bold statement, but that's because I did the work and now I know what it's like to be alone because I got that strength from God. And this is exactly what God wants you to do. Move on from these relationships that no longer serve you, that are not for your highest good. Spend time with friends who support you. Spend time being happily single. Don't be a sad single person, be a happy single person. Live in the moment, live for today, enjoy life. Like I said, go out there, take some fresh air, and just go out in nature more. Learn how to have more fun by yourself. Trust me, I've done it. I still do it. Even though I have my son here, I have fun with my son, but I'm not sulking and being like, oh my gosh, I don't have anybody. I'm single, I'm alone. People think being single is the worst thing on the planet. It's not. You learn how to be interdependent, not codependent. You learn how to be self-sufficient, not clingy, not expecting somebody to do everything for you, to save the day like the Knight of Swords. All right? Waiting for somebody to save you. No, you got to save yourself first. God helps those who help themselves. Alrighty, what's left? Okay, question time. Ask your question. Meditate on it while I shuffle. Let me do that again. What happened there? Woo, we got a lot. We have remain positive, Gemini. Recovery. This card talks about focusing on your healing. We did have father healing, did we not? Within the next few weeks. Okay, this is for somebody specific. I know you guys asked a question, but they want me to say when they gave me the message about somebody moving somewhere else, they're saying to move within the next few weeks, or that you're going to be moving within the next few weeks. That's for somebody specific. Yes, with the exclamation mark. There is a yes without it. This is a definite yes. Maybe it has to do with the move. And wait. Divine timing. Yeah, they want me to read the wait card. Let's read the wait card. your situation is going to require a little patience. Your angels are not saying no, but they are saying not yet. Sometimes heaven needs a little extra time to make all the pieces fall perfectly into place. What you're asking for may have an effect on the lives of others. When that occurs, it can take additional preparation to make sure that everyone's needs are seen to. Be patient so that all who are involved can have the experience they're meant to have. Yep. Seven of Pentacles with the patience here. Things take time. Good things take time. If you want the love of a lifetime, you want that abundance, this new beginning, this new life, do the work. It's going to take some time. And if you're waiting for, love, like I said, remember, they have free will too. But you doing the work is more important than finding love at this point. Look for a sign is at the bottom of the deck. Didn't they say this? Ask them something. You know what I've done? I asked him something specific and I said, God, show me a dolphin 3 times in 3 days. That's exactly what happened. And you know what the crazy thing was? On the 3rd day, I was walking somewhere with my son in our usual walk. There was a woman who had a tank top on. She turned around in front of me when I was crossing a bridge. She had a tattoo of a dolphin. And my son and I frequent that place. I've never seen her in my life, nor have I ever seen a tattoo like that. You see what I'm saying? God does not play. You ask for signs like that, like I did, that will be confirmation for you for whatever it is that you're asking, or give you whatever answer you're looking for, okay? All right. If you would like a personal reading, that stuff is in the description box below, or go to capellawellness.com. If this is where I leave you, thank you so much for watching this video, for subscribing, if you haven't already, for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.